Je suis Charlie, they say.
Je suis Charlie. Thank you.
Je suis Charlie.
Heard and seen over and over again at the Golden Globes, toting the highest fashion trends. But sympathy for the terror attack in France is yet another trend celebrities are following. In the same week, Boko Haram launched a terror attack against a Nigerian town, killing thousands. And just last month, 150 people were massacred in a Pakistan school attack. I asked community activist and Arab American Linda Sassour why some terror acts never gain any awareness.
We don't really give the same attention to other atrocities happening across the world. Just in the past 3 days in Nigeria, 2,000 people burned alive in their own village. And there wasn't really an uproar. There wasn't a unity rally of world leaders rallying around potential solutions, intervention. Same thing we saw this past summer in Gaza. 2,200 people were massacred, including journalists. And no one was up in arms about killing of journalists and chilling of freedom of speech there. So I think we do engage, unfortunately, in the West, we do engage in selective outrage, depending on where the event is and who the victims are.
Not only a trend among celebrities, Je suis Charlie has been trending on social media since the attack, with millions of people showing a new age form of solidarity. But Sassour says she is not Charlie.
Why wouldn't you say, I am Paris, I am France, Je suis France, you know what I mean? Like, to say I am Charlie, it is very hard for people, especially those who felt quite offended by not just anti-Muslim cartoons. There were anti-Black, there were anti-Christian or different denominations of Christianity. Me personally, I didn't feel like I wanted to say that, and I didn't understand how that campaign seemed to be inclusive. And also, how did that campaign then connect to the Jewish victims in the kosher market? I didn't see that a relation at all, right? Because those weren't journalists. That wasn't about freedom of speech, right? That was a targeted attack on a market. And we can't also say I am this and not something else, right? Because what it does is it makes it become us versus them. Muslims in Europe are not the them. They are not the enemy.
While the I Am Charlie campaign has become a cry for the respect of freedom of speech, Sassour says the French government doesn't even respect that right.
What's interesting about the I Am Charlie campaign in a place like France, and it went international, is that people don't even understand France and multiculturalism in France. France gets an F for multiculturalism. We're talking about freedom of speech and freedom of expression, and everyone's like, everyone has the freedom to draw whatever cartoon they can, offend any religion they want, which is true. But do people know that in France, I can't wear hijab and work for the government, that I can't go to public schools and wear and express my religion? I can't pray in public, for example. There's been debates on the Muslim community being able, and other faiths as well. So if I can't express my faith in a place like a Western country like France, and then we want to talk about freedom of speech and freedom of expression, it makes absolutely no sense to me. So to be honest with you, for me, I think the French government is a hypocritical government.
This week's edition of Charlie Hebdo will show a cartoon prophet Muhammad, he too even holding a Je suis Charlie sign. Below the words, all is forgiven.
For me, again, I'm personally offended as a Muslim, but 1 million copies, 20 million, like, it doesn't matter to me. I think that, again, people have the right to put out whatever they want.
Reporting for Currents, I'm Michelle Powers.